20 metal plates in my head. The only downside is I don't know what half the words that begin with S mean. Ask me the definition of seagull.
What's the definition of seagull?
Stop making up words, honey!
You don't get it. When you hire an assassin, you use only him for life.
No, you don't understand. When you have a review already full of a ton of estrogen, hey, and the good-looking half of that estrogen is threatened, you awaken a demon that will not sleep into the night. Oh, by the way, honey, I got your hat.
Thank you so much, Wooble.
No problem, babe. Into the night.
You might be good with a gun, but you're nothing compared to my stealth.
Ha! I can see you coming a mile away. I was looking right at him. How did he do that?
Is something wrong, Possum Bear?
Nothing, Heart Eater. You and your lady friend keep talking princesses. Stop calling me that. I have to bury my bullets in the bloody body of a bastardized bitch!
No!
No?
This one has more bullets.
I love you, Skull Crusher!
I love you, Turtle Duck.
Ah!
Back to the debate.
But that all sounded amazing!
Critic.
Okay, fine. This is best side characters.
Though everyone remembers the talking mice in the original, they're very scaled down in the remake, to the point where they don't even speak.
A different tone, to say the least, but everybody loves the singing mice and their
Leave the sewing to the women.
slightly sexist lines.
Hey, Stallone knitted a sweater!
But come on, who could forget Lucifer the cat, or the horse, or the dog, the king and servants, the stepsisters? These are characters we all remember.
Yes, you remember them because there's a ton of time devoted to them. Too much time. In the remake, the supporting cast stays exactly that, supportive. In the original, they hijack the movie on several occasions. While they're cute and all, they take time away from the more important elements, like the prince and the chemistry that's supposed to build between him and Cinderella.
But hey, you were talking about how the king gets way too much time in the old one. He gets just as much time in the new one.
Yes, but it's with the prince. Every scene with him is helping develop the prince's character even more, establishing his responsibilities, his goals, and his connection with his father. We never even see the prince and his father together in the original, apart from an eye roll.
But again, it was a very passionate eye roll. I suppose the last big one to talk about is the fairy godmother. In the new one, she's played more for laughs because, well, she's Helena Bonham Carter, and that's what you do with her now.
But you have to admit, some comedy is very welcomed after Cinderella is at her lowest moment. And also, she has to prove her worth by disguising herself as a homeless lady looking for water. And it's only after Cinderella gives it to her that she grants all her wishes.
But isn't that kind of pointless? She has to know she's a kind person if she's showing up there. I mean, watching her like a godmother.
Maybe, but have you figured this? Cinderella is in shambles. She can't go to the ball, her dress is ruined, and her family hates her. Most people in that state would be too frustrated to be nice to the old woman, so by helping someone else, even in one of her worst moments, it cements what a good person she is.
I guess, but I don't know. The other one talks to her like a loving grandparent. Someone she's familiar with enough to know she would do that anyway. She has a warmth and a comfort that needs to be seen after such hardship. I wouldn't want to laugh after going through all this. I would want to feel supported. And after years of slaving for your family, suddenly being put to a test to see if you're a nice person does not seem very supportive.
Okay, maybe the fairy godmother is a little better in the original.
Did I mention she's a liar too?
And you find them really comfortable.
I got glass sneakers because of her. They hurt!
But the fact still remains that the supporting cast does more than support. They take over. They steal scenes that shouldn't have to be stolen by them. While there is still focus on Cinderella and the stepmother, other important elements are being overlooked, and the new film keeps the focus where it should be. The main characters stay the main characters, and the supporting roles stay the supporting roles.
I guess I can't really fault you on that. New gets the point.
You forgot a heartless prince joke.
Shut up. But as simple as a story is, there's always room to muck it up. Trust me, Disney's done it before. This is which one mucked it up less. The funny thing about a simple story is they can be surprisingly tough to tell. You want to connect with the characters in a relatable setup, but even in an hour and a half, you have to know what to expand on and what to keep limited.
Like said before, the first film expands too much on the side characters and not enough on some of the main ones.
But in the new film's case, the attempts to add more detail can help some scenes but seriously damage others. For example, when Cinderella is not allowed to sit at the table with the others, it's when she realizes she's truly not a part of the family, causing her to finally break down. This is a powerful scene and all, but it then ruins the moment when her dress is destroyed. Or slightly ripped. Yeah, that's a gut-wrenching moment. But even if they did it like the original, it wouldn't work because we got the breakdown earlier. Because of this, the arrival of the fairy godmother is not as powerful. In the animated one, it's by far her lowest moment because they knew to save it. Thus, you feel more emotion for her and even more relief when the fairy godmother arrives.
But the story does allow for other emotional moments that weren't in the first. The king, for example, is given a lot of time with his son, and when he passes away, it's a legitimately sad moment. The ways they allow Cinderella and the prince to meet before the ball are also very clever, giving them more time to form a connection.
The problem with that is, every single time she leaves the house, it makes for a slightly less magical night when she goes to the ball. Cinderella goes to the town and quite a few other places several times in the new one. Which is fine, but in the original, everything she does is in that one location. It's a nice location, so it's not visually dull, but that's all you ever see. The story is very clever in keeping her there, as not only does it emphasize the feeling of being imprisoned, but also the freedom when she does leave and enters this heavenly dream-like castle. Therefore, we're more sucked into the experience because, like her, it's our first time seeing it.
Yeah, but all the wasted time with the side characters.
Yeah, but all the time wasted on the unneeded exposition.
But everything in the original is so obvious.
And this one isn't? Gee, I wonder what the message was again.
Have courage and be kind.
Have courage and be kind.
Have courage and be kind. Have courage and be kind.
Be kind.
And have courage.
Fine, I guess there's both good things and bad things about them.
Yeah, I guess it just depends if you're looking for more mystery or more explanation. So, what do we do in this case?
Can there be a tie?
A tie? That's for pussies who don't believe some animals more equal than others.
There's pros and cons to both. I don't think we're gonna find one that's better than the other.
Okay, I guess we can have a tie. But I'm not gonna let this choice demean my masculinity, nor anything else in the rest of this video.